You probably clicked on this video because you're intrigued by the title. In today's video, I'm gonna be telling you how to not waste your 20s. I got a lot of good points to talk over and I'm not gonna make this intro too long. Sit back, get your pen and pad, write down some notes and enjoy. The first thing I wanna talk about is when you're in your 20s, this is the most energy you will ever have in your life. From when you're really like your late teens, to be honest. This is the most passion, the most energy you'll ever have in your life. And if you're wasting your time going out partying, drinking, just spending money instead of learning ways to make money, you are wasting time. In your 20s, these are your grind years. Your 20s can set you up for the rest of your life. And I've talked to older people and they always tell me I wasted my 20s, and that made it harder for me later on in life. And of course, if you don't grind in your 20s, you can definitely still make a way when you get into your 30s, something like that. But why not start early when you have the most energy, the least amount of problems? Like in your 20s, a lot of people may not have kids in their 20s. Some people do for sure, but you don't have kids in your 20s. You don't have as many responsibilities in your early 20s. You know what I mean? So when you're in your 20s, this is your time to grind. This is your time to find a skill that you can start to, like, how can I say this? Find a skill to build wealth. Find a skill that's in high demand. Find something that a lot of people can't do, whether it's videography, learn how to edit what's it called? The graphic designer, stuff like that. Find a marketable skill, even a trade. Just finding something that you can help leverage in the future to make yourself more valuable, to add value to your overall self. You know what I mean? But in your 20s, you have to grind. Like, do not waste your time worrying about what other people think for sure, but going out partying, spending money. Like, this is when you have to grind. Try to start a business. Find something you're passionate about and start a business. This is when you have to grind. Your 20s, you're only gonna be 20 once in your life. In your 20s for once in your life. And this is the most critical period. Do not waste your 20s. Grind. Don't worry about it. And also, focus on delayed gratification, bro. Because in your 20s, it's not going to happen in one instance. And I'm learning this myself. Like, I feel like I'm grinding really hard right now. But I know it's not going to happen the next day. And I had to talk. This is me being honest, y'all. I had to talk to my therapist the other day. And she really put a lot of things into perspective for me. She told me, Caleb, you have to think about life. You don't have really control over anything in your life. And that's where, you know, your whole spirituality, believing in God, whatever you may believe in, but I'm a Christian, comes into play. And she told me, the only thing you can do is get up and put your best foot forward each and every day. And she said, you also have to think about life like a plant. And y'all probably like a plant, Caleb, what are you talking about? But when I mean look at life like a plant, the reason I say that is if you go out and plant a seed and you water it after you plant a seed, you come out the next day and you look and see if the plant is sprouted, if it's blossoming, it's into a gorgeous, beautiful plant. Obviously, it's not going to be. And that's what a lot of people do. We want instant gratification. But the metaphor of planting of a plant and planting a seed and watering each and every day is delayed gratification. That's how you can look at things in life. You have to just keep watering the seeds. As long as you're planting seeds each and every day and you continue to water them, it's gonna blossom. It's gonna grow. But where a lot of people, especially I think in our generation and as people my age, we want things like this in an instance. You know, we want it just like this, but it doesn't work like that. And the trade-off to planting a seed and to keep watering it is, you don't know if that plant is going to blossom, and then you don't know how long it's going to blossom. But you have to have patience. You have to keep watering it each and every day. The only for sure way that plant won't blossom is if you quit. If you stop watering that seed, if you stop putting water on it each and every day, it's for sure not going to blossom. But you can also have to take the chance. It's really not a chance. It's like my name says, prudent. It's a prudent thinking style that if you keep watering a plant, it's a good chance that it'll grow. If you're watering it and learning how to put different sunlight on, like if you understand the metaphor I'm trying to get at is just keep going, keep watering, but grind in your 20s. Do not stop and this not really the time to have fun. Of course, you do everything in moderation, but in your 20s, this is when you have to grind and really put your head down. Next point I want to talk about is, it kind of ties to my last point, but I want to talk about investing into yourself. And this could be like starting your own business. This could be, you know, getting a mentor. This could be a multitude of different things. But I feel like I know people personally who do this. People will, and I probably talked about this in a lot of my videos, but people will literally sports gamble and bet on other people before they bet on themselves, before they invest in a mentor, invest in the course, invest in the business. They'll do that before investing in themselves. And when you really say it out loud, that sounds dumb. Because Patrick Mahomes don't got no loyalty to you to get 250 plus passing yards, go over or under. But you have all that loyalty to yourself, and you'll bet on Patrick Mahomes where you bet on yourself and invest in yourself. If you're at this point in this video, you made this far, bro, and you're doing this and you're investing in everybody but yourself, I'm telling you, and I hate to curse on this channel, but you're bullshitting. Like, stop doing that. Invest in yourself. You are the safest bet that you will ever make in your life. Like, you can bet on everybody in the world, bro, but if you bet on yourself, I guarantee you'll have a higher possibility of winning than betting on LeBron James or betting on Patrick Mahomes or Stephon Diggs or anybody in the world, bro. You are the safest bet that you can ever make, bro. But just invest in yourself, man. Like, you can never lose if you invest in yourself. You are the best investment that you will ever make. No cap. But let's get to the next one. Next, I want to talk about taking care of your body. And I think just us as Americans, we have like a lot of ways that we just eat and don't work out and don't take care of our bodies. But y'all probably know, and some of y'all might not know, but like, it sounds cliche, but your health is really your wealth. Like, if you sit back and think about it, you really can't do anything in this world without being healthy. You have to have your health to do anything in this world. And if you're not working out and you're not eating right, if you're not doing at least one of those, you're really setting yourself up for failure, honestly, and selling yourself short. You got to do, at least at the bare minimum, you have to do one. And I'm just being transparent with y'all. I work out consistently, but my eating habits definitely aren't the best. But my body, I'm not just no big fat slouch slum, just somebody who just isn't in shape. Like, I look pretty good for my age, not just to brag myself, just to be very transparent and honest. But that comes from me working out, and my genetics just keep adding to that. But like, what I want to tell y'all is, bro, your health is your wealth, bro. You're going to be 20 for a certain amount of time, a finite amount of time in this whole timeline of life will happen. Ultimately, we don't know how long we have on this earth. You know what I mean? But invest in your health, bro. Eat right. You know, work out. Be the best version of you, bro. And a lot of people, they don't like to work out because it's too hard. They feel like they don't get anything out of it. But, bro, you get such a rush from working out. And, like, you need a physical win can solve a lot of your problems today, bro. You feel so accomplished when you get a physical win doing something hard, something that's difficult. But ultimately, all in all, bro, and like, bro, work out, man. Eat right. Focus on your health. If that calls for to work out more, to stop eating the fried food, to stop smoking, bro, just do it. Cause like, you can't do anything in this world if you aren't healthy, if you don't have the best version of yourself. The last point I want to talk about is when you're in your 20s, you're gonna have a group of this is really the time to find your circle and to find your village. And what I mean by this is the friends that you can make in your 20s are the friends that could either make the rest of your life or break the rest of your life. And I'm a firm believer in this. Your circle and the people that you're around in your 20s have such a big impact on your life and how it will turn out. Like, it really is a matter of you are who you hang around. If you hang around people who are broke, smoke weed all day, and ain't getting no money, it ain't nothing that you can do. But you gonna be victim to your circumstances, is what I'm trying to tell you. But if you find people who are like-minded and on the same path you, trying to grow, trying to elevate, do what you do, you have no choice but to rise to the circumstance, rise to your environment. You know what I mean? And to be honest with y'all, I'm going through this right now. I'm back at home, staying at my mom's house. I'm still trying to find, my circle. I'm really kind of particular about who I include in my everyday life, who I can include in my personal business and my growth process, because I want to be around people who are like-minded like me, and I don't want to be the best person. I want to be around people who are either better than me or on the same path as me and are working just as hard as me. And it's tough, to be honest, because you want to be around people who, you have friends for different reasons. But honestly, the season I'm in a grind season. I'm in a growth season. I'm in a season where I'm changing my identity. And I was literally listening to a video by Charlie Morgan this morning, and he was talking about how the reason you aren't where you want to be is because you have to change your identity. If you're a person who wants to be a millionaire, you're not a millionaire right now, you have to change your identity to become a person who will be a millionaire, who makes $10,000 every month, who makes $50,000 every month. But you have to change your identity. And that starts with changing your circle and for sure changing your beliefs. But I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I won't make this video too long because I can really sit here and talk to this camera for hours about this topic. But I'm a living testimony, I'm proof, and I'm doing it myself. And y'all are gonna be with me each and every step of the way. Y'all gonna be able to see my journey from when I started uploading these videos to when I blow up. They're gonna be like, dang, y'all come back and look at these videos and be like, oh, okay, like these are like documents of him doing it. Like, this is real life, and that's why I keep doing it, because I know it's gonna happen. I'm gonna keep watering this plant each and every day. But if you made it this far in the video, like, comment, and subscribe, man. I'm giving y'all daily sauce, man. I really appreciate y'all if y'all made it this far in the video. That means y'all really messing my content, and I can't thank y'all enough, man. I'm gone. Yeah.